What's up, mob? Hey, how we doing? Man, that race was good. And like I said, I'm still blown away that Dirtworks made this into a regular Supercross race and not a mud race with all the rain they had the couple days before. Kudos to them. And then Deegan coming out there and winning and then talking a little trash. He had a little trash aimed at Tom Vialle. And Cameron Mcadoo drops a bomb in the press conference. He's been racing with a broken leg. How do we all not know this? This is weird how they hide this stuff from us. But I guess, he's winning the series, so I can't really say anything about, if you want to keep it quiet, I guess. Now that there's gambling in this sport, that's not going to fly. So we'll see what happens. Man, the futures, Drew Adams is getting away from him. I'll talk a little bit about the futures. And then also, there's some more scumbags in this sport. Phoenix Honda got broken into. Man, I cannot believe there's scumbags broke into Phoenix Honda and took 13 bikes, including championship bikes they had on display. It's disgusting, but I'll get into all that and more, guys. Remember, subscribe. It helps the channel. People get unsubscribed for no reason. I don't know why that is, but if you could double check and then also subscribe, I would appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So the race in Foxborough was somewhat uneventful. Hayden Deegan got the whole shot and just managed the race, which is something he said he was doing during the press conference. He said he was going about 85, 90%. And he said if Mcadoo had caught him, he was going to go harder. And I absolutely believe him. And that's funny. It's crazy how these generational talents like Jet and these guys, when they see another rider do something, like Jet starts managing races. Up until this point, everybody just won by as far as they could, and that was like a badge of honor. Well, now, thanks to Jet, these younger riders are going, oh, I don't have to do that? Okay, well, let me learn how to absolutely just manage a race, because as an amateur, Deegan won by so far. That wasn't a skill that he had. To see him developing that is scary for the competition. So Hayden Deegan just dropped a hammer on people. And then I did like him needling Tom Vialle. He must have said he loved the whoops like 25 times in different interviews. And he really wants to emphasize that Tom Vialle has not won with actual Supercross whoops. And, Tom noticed it too. It's something that he's got to get over if he wants to win this title. Tom's only 4 points behind Mcadoo, and Deegan's 13 points behind him. But with two East-West shootouts, and yes, I won't say showdown, it's a shootout. Two East-West shootouts, Nashville and Salt Lake City. Yeah, it's going to be, there's plenty on the table right now. And there's 3 rounds left, 2 are shootouts. There's a lot of racing to go. I don't know who's going to win this thing, but it's pretty wide open. So Mcadoo was really forthcoming in the post-race press conference. He said that he got arm pump. Once again, guys don't normally admit to getting arm pump. They say, oh, I got tight or something like that. Good on Cameron Mcadoo. I absolutely love it. And then he was asked about coming into the season healthy. And he goes, yeah, I came in with a bad shoulder, and then I've been racing with a cracked tibia, broken tibia since Detroit.
It's kind of funny you say that, because I came into the season very unhealthy and with my shoulder, and then in the first turn in Detroit, what happened, and I fractured my tibia in my legs. So I am very healthy now though, and it's great to be this far finally into a Supercross season and just stacking good races together and being healthy and staying consistent. It does feel good.
He wasn't on anyone's injured list. I didn't hear anyone else talk about it. I didn't know about it. It was news to Tom Vialle in the press conference. I started to chuckle when Tom Vialle goes,
what happened, and I fractured my tibia in my legs. So
he's like, wait, what? You've had a broken leg this whole time and we didn't even know? It was kind of a funny moment. But wow, Mcadoo, he's got to be him. Cody Schock, there are some warriors in this sport. It's crazy how I don't even understand how you can race Supercross at this level. I mean, he got through Daytona and all those rounds, but it hurts. It hurts. I have no idea how he did that. Guys, if you want a drink that is formulated for you based on your sweat rate using science, hit up Complete Racing Solutions. Coach Rob takes science and makes you a better athlete. CompleteRacingSolutions.com. Epic Garage Designs has partnered with the Vegas Golden Knights and A1 Garage. If you live in the Las Vegas area, go over to A1 Garage Doors Instagram and enter to win a garage makeover. They'll make your garage look badass. And if you're not in Vegas, go to epicgaragedesigns.com and order anything. They ship anywhere. So check them out, guys. So Pierce Brown is quietly having a really good season. I know he hasn't got a podium, but dude is always right there inside the top 5. He got 4th, but did anyone notice? I did. Pierce Brown is right there. He's not too far out on the points. If Pierce Brown can have a breakout performance, what if he's fast enough that he could get a win in an East-West shootout? Man, he could vault himself right into contention. Like I said, there is so much racing to be done, and Pierce has this crazy speed when he needs it. And guess what? The finale is in his home city, Salt Lake. So don't count Pierce out either. Cody Schock is constantly up there. He finished 6th. He's a regular top guy. And he just signed a 3-year deal with Club MX. I love this move. I have been screaming for this for years. Stop plucking these kids out of futures and amateurs and giving them a year and then sending them packing. Take a guy like Cody Schock, a veteran of the sport who's been around for a while, who hasn't had his great break, but he's getting better. He's finding his athletic maturity, and he's at a level where he can make that jump. He can be a contender. Watch for Cody Schock to get up on podiums. Don't be surprised if Cody Schock wins a Supercross in the next year or 2. He's that good, that dedicated, and now he has some stability in his program. So good on Club MX for investing in Cody and understanding how to develop talent. They are changing the game, guys. If you're not watching how they're doing this, they are changing it. These teams, they start to get younger. Well, now, thanks to Club MX, they've kind of they're opening people's eyes that, hey, there is talent that's been out there for a couple years that just needs a little nurturing, and a little bit of nurturing, and you'll get way more bang for your buck for these teams. Dax Bennick is having a good season, but he did something that's kind of, it's a blessing and a curse. He got his podium at the first round, and he hasn't got one since. It reminds me, I was talking to Damon Bradshaw back in the day. Damon Bradshaw won his very first Supercross that he did. It was in Osaka, Japan. He beat Jeff Ward and Rick Johnson. And he told me when he was on the podium, Rick looked at him and goes, "Wow, you screwed up big time, man." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Now everybody expects you to win, and anything less than that is a failure. Had you gotten 3rd or 4th, they'll let you build up. But now that you won, you done screwed up." Dax kind of did that by getting that podium. And it's a weird thing in this sport how we look at it, but it's true. But I'm sure Dax will get it together, and I don't be surprised if he doesn't get on the podium in these last 3 rounds. And then outdoors, I'm excited to see what Dax can do. Guys, check out ridestrap.com. This is such a cool company. Goggles, glasses, shirts. They get the cool shirts, the Red Pill shirts, Let's Go Branding goggles. You know the stuff they have. But anyway, I will be at Paula Raceway with Ride Strapped. We might be doing a cookout. We're still working on the logistics of that. But either way, we will be there Friday night camping at the track. So come see us and meet Chris from Strapped. What a cool guy. And if you're shipping anything, use Precision Transport. Family owned, customer service oriented. Go to pretransport.com. Don't use these crappy trucking companies. Hit up a company that supports motocross, supercross, and they're just cool people. Pretransport.com. I love Supercross futures. I love giving these kids a chance to get out there. I do wish they'd prep the jumps a little bit more than they do, but the track at Foxborough wasn't as bad. They ran them right after the heat races. It wasn't nearly as torn up as it is after when they run them at the Triple Crowns and they run them right after the main events. That was dangerous. This wasn't as bad, but I would like to see, man, I wish they could fix the jumps just a little bit more. But Drew Adams is taking charge. If he can stop growing, this kid has a future. You watch him get better every single week. Now he believes he's supposed to win. That's 3 in a row. He went from a guy who was probably stoked to be up there battling for it to now the dominant guy. And the guy that was kind of supposed to be dominant coming in, Gavin Towers, is going the other direction. He went from believing he was supposed to win to man, his confidence looks shot. I mean, I feel like every round he's had a horrendous crash, or he's the guy that got his bike stuck in the mud where they had to get the forklift. Poor Gavin Towers is having about as bad of a future season as you could have without getting hurt. Cole Davies, the New Zealander, he's doing really, really well. He came through the pack, was charging up, and they're short races. If you don't get a good start, you're really behind the 8 ball. And, you know, he kind of left the door open, but it was an aggressive move by, I think, Fowler, cleaned out his front end. But hey, don't let the result fool you. Cole Davies is for real, and he will be a star in the Supercross series if he decides to come over here from New Zealand. And we got some unfortunate news. There's some scumbags broke into Phoenix Honda. You know, Dylan Ferrandis' team, Kyle Peters' Arena Cross team. These guys, it's a team that really invests a ton into the sport, but they had their showroom with all their championship bikes. Somebody broke in and took 13 motorcycles. Let's catch these fools. If you know anything about it or you see any of these, please report it. Let's catch them. Let's get these bikes back. And if you want to pay a privateer's entry, go to openfender.com. You can pay a privateer's entry. They pay, I think it's between $250 and $300 per round to enter these Supercross races. Yes, I know it's ridiculous that a professional sport charges a almost $300 entry fee, but they do. But guess what? You as a fan can help out your favorite rider. Go to openfender.com and pay their entry. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everything, and I'll be back with more videos this week. There's a lot more to talk about. Thanks, guys. Later.